What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Inside You, the College Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Xavier Audick, and we are here today to discuss the University of Kansas's decision to fire Dave Beaty, their head men's football coach. Obviously, no surprise here that the Jayhawks decided to move on from Beaty. It was very much rumored, and barring a few interesting upset victories for the Jayhawks, it looked like the move was going to just be a matter of time before it ultimately happened. Beaty, 6-39 as head coach. However, he did show some improvement this year, 3-6. But things really did get off to a bad foot with that initial loss to Nicholls State. What makes this move interesting for me for the Jayhawks is that this was a team that, while they didn't necessarily get the wins that people would have wanted, they lost to Iowa State 27-3 this last week, and they had shown improvement. The team looked significantly better with the addition of Puka Williams, and certainly their defense was doing a good job, one of the top scoring defenses and defenses at forcing turnovers in the country. But for them to make a move like this, especially with announcing that Beaty will coach the Jayhawks for the rest of the season, tells me that new athletic director Chip Long has his eye on someone. Long, you'll recall, was previously the athletic director at Arkansas, where he made the decision to hire Brett Bielema. Obviously, that didn't work out, and is one of the reasons that led to his ending his time there. He took over as new athletic director for the Jayhawks prior to this season, and he has kind of consistently said that they will consistently evaluate this program if they decide what to do. He's made no bones about it that the sole goal for the Jayhawks is to get back to bowl eligibility. That means they have to win 6 games. And then he said once they get there, they'll kind of reevaluate things. The reality with this Kansas team is that the football program will always be second fiddle to the basketball team. And for that reason, they're not looking to have some guy come in here and necessarily take them to the college football playoff. And it's for that reason that I think this is one of the more intriguing coaching jobs that will be open for at least the foreseeable future. Looking at this year, we entered it thinking that there could be some serious openings at a lot of the typical blue blood programs, but with Gus Malzahn and Clay Helton having both received extensions, and LSU, even with their loss to Alabama, looking like they'll still probably win 9, possibly even 10 games, it certainly looks like this is solely going to be about some of these smaller programs that are available. Looking around the landscape of hot coaches, obviously Jeff Brom at Purdue is the hottest name right now. Then you've got guys like Matt Campbell at Iowa State is probably the second biggest guy, and it's be hard for me to imagine that either of those guys has an idea of or interest in coming to the Jayhawks program. Might even be a step down from where they're currently at. And Long has made it known that they're looking for a coach with head coaching experience. Naturally, many people have suggested Les Miles, the former LSU coach. I think I like the Miles hiring solely because it's a name that, even with his struggles of trying to turn around the LSU offense, he's going to bring a lot of interest to the program. Certainly, you could have a little bit of a Lane Kiffin effect, where the result of bringing in a high-profile, big-name guy gives the program some turnover, gets it some national attention, even if the product on the field is not the best. So I would be intrigued to see it, especially given the struggles that this Kansas program has had trying to turn that football program around. The second name that I think is most connected to the program is Chris Kleinman. Kleinman, the head coach at North Dakota State, he previously coached under Craig Bohl, the Wyoming coach. He took over after Bohl left to go to Wyoming. The Bohl line of coaches has experience with Long, and barring the fact that Bohl is 60 years old and, in my opinion, content at Wyoming, I think he himself might be a candidate for the job. Kleinman, though, a very impressive credentials, 63-6 as the head coach, along with 3 FCS titles. Furthermore, what I like about him is that he actually coached defensive back at Kansas back in 1997, so he does have a connection to the school. But those are the 2 names that come to mind right now. Going to be interesting, like I said, given that we're going to have many of arguably the lesser intriguing Power 5 jobs available. Obviously, Maryland and Kansas are the 2 jobs open right now, and then at the Group of 5 level, Bowling Green. But we're going to continue to see teams making changes as the years goes on and as we get into the offseason. So that's it for me today, guys. What do you think? Who should Kansas hire as their next head coach, and do you like Les Miles? This is Inside You, the College Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Xavier Audick, and we are signing out. Bye.